The fact that this type of ore stretches across southern Europe, it's the Trail of the Templars. Could this artifact be associated with that? It could, but there's a lot of work to do yet. I think the swamp is much more complex than we believe. I have always thought that there were some answers in there. Oh, now that's a good signal. The Oak Island crew has just stumbled upon a hidden hatch buried deep within the island. This unexpected find has everyone buzzing with excitement and curiosity. What could be hidden behind this door could change the whole investigation. Could it be the key to the island's legendary treasures or something even more surprising? Let us take a closer look at this strange discovery and uncover what lies beneath Oak Island. A surprising find on Oak Island. In the heart of Nova Scotia, brothers Rick and Marty Lagina, together with their crew, set out to uncover the old and hidden stories of Oak Island. They had faced many tough situations while hunting for the island's well-known treasure. However, when they uncovered something totally unexpected, it completely changed their perspective. Their adventure kicked off with the discovery of an ancient map. This map was a game-changer because it showed the way to a buried entrance. The entire team was buzzing with excitement, wondering what they might find underneath. Could this hidden entrance lead them to the fabled treasures of Oak Island, or was it just a pathway to more complex challenges? The thrill of exploring the deepest tales of the island was real for everyone involved. Sitting in a dimly lit room around the big table, Rick, Marty, and their team discussed the local history with Doug Crowell. They were also joined by Zena Halper, a noted expert on the Knights Templar. Her knowledge and energy were infectious as she brought to light a significant find that could possibly answer many of the old questions about Oak Island. Zena introduced them to two old maps, along with a strange code. The team was stunned to see the date on the first map, 1179, marked in Roman numerals. The map clearly indicated Oak Island and had a point marked RH right on top of it. Zena believed this hinted at New Ross, a place linked to a well-known explorer, Henry Sinclair, who traveled to Nova Scotia in 1398. The room filled with a sense of wonder and curiosity. Could these maps be the key to finding the long-sought treasures of Oak Island? With Zena's new information, the team felt a renewed sense of purpose and pushed forward in their quest for answers. As they pondered the implications of these old cartographic signs, it was evident that there were still many unanswered questions about Oak Island. With new energy, the team began a thorough exploration, leaving no stone unturned. Every discovery brought them closer to understanding, yet also deeper into the realm of the unknown. They navigated tough terrain and dealt with unexpected roadblocks, but their resolve only strengthened. The bond between Rick, Marty, and the rest of the team grew stronger, united by their shared passion for uncovering the long-lost stories hidden by Oak Island. This strange island in Canada is believed to have connections to the Knights Templar, an influential medieval group. Some stories suggest that a Templar stronghold was established there in the 1300s by a Scottish knight, Prince Henry Sinclair. However, recent findings suggest an even more intriguing story. Zena Halper uncovered clues indicating that the Templars might have been on Oak Island long before Sinclair's visit, which suggests that the nearby town of New Ross has a much deeper history linked to the Templars than previously thought. The importance of Zena's maps in this unfolding story is immense. One map showed all of Nova Scotia, while the other, a French map from 1347, was particularly intriguing. This old map, with French inscriptions, suggested that the French might have been on the island back then. It referred to features like a basin, possibly a swamp, and a dam, maybe something discovered by another researcher. Interestingly, the map also featured phrases like oak and a year that seemed to point to a well-known treasure location on Oak Island. The map also contained confusing words like anchors and valve that added to the intrigue. The team's excitement grew with these maps as they continued their search for clarity. Each new clue helped them piece together more of the island's history, reinforcing their belief that its true story was buried, waiting to be discovered. This strengthened their conviction that Oak Island's history might be different from what was commonly believed. Maybe the Knights Templar, the historic group, were there before Henry Sinclair. Did they leave behind any hints, treasures, or even a hidden fortress? Excited by what Zena Halper had discovered and the clues on the maps, the team was more motivated than ever to solve the long-standing riddles of Oak Island. More discoveries lay ahead, and they felt they were close to finally uncovering the truth. Just as they started to understand their discoveries, an old map showed them something that could take their search even further. Searching for a lost entrance, legends mentioned a hidden door on the island yet to be found, which raised more questions about other wonders that might be buried. To find answers, they carefully compared the old maps to current geographical data, looking for matches and any anomalies. They believed these strange markers were essential to solving the long-standing riddles of the island. Rick Lagina knew the challenges ahead were significant. Although they were uncertain about the accuracy of Xena's findings, they were eager to explore all possibilities. Oak Island's history was filled with various tales and theories, so they had to consider all information. Xena's research seemed thoroughly conducted, making Rick keen not to overlook it. Each step they took brought them closer to potentially historic discoveries. Rick, Marty, and their team went to examine an unusual depression near Dave's house, thinking it might be significant. Jack, another team member, took the initiative by comparing the old map with recent satellite images. To their amazement, the outline of the map aligned perfectly with the island's current shoreline. More remarkably, it roughly showed the location of Dave's driveway, road, and house, indicating that their ancient map might reflect the island's current layout. Jack cautioned that they still didn't know exactly what the hidden object they were looking for looked like, which meant they needed more clues to locate it. However, a hopeful sign appeared. Both the old map and the satellite image marked a peculiar spot, a potential site for the rumored hidden entrance on Oak Island. The team was thrilled at the possibility that the map was authentic and that the marked hole could indeed be the elusive entrance. They were eager to learn more about the potential hidden wonders below. Rick and Marty debated the implications of their find, pondering where pirates or ancient civilizations might have hidden something significant. Uncertainties and challenges their determination to solve the long-standing riddles of Oak Island was stronger than ever. David Blankenship felt a rush of excitement when he noticed that an old map lined up perfectly with a current satellite image of the area. Eager to delve deep, he asked Jack Beigel to bring along a metal detector. Ramping up their investigation with fresh enthusiasm, they followed the map's guidance, hopeful that it would lead them to a hidden entrance that another ancient document had hinted at. The team couldn't stop talking about what they might discover underneath. Perhaps it was a passage to the F-Money pit or even treasures hidden away for hundreds of years. Marty Lena was amazed, believing this to be one of the most intriguing finds they'd encountered in this part of the island. As they approached the target spot, the excitement within the team surged. Everyone was buzzing with thoughts of what treasures and historical artifacts might be waiting just below the surface. When they finally reached the designated area, the air was thick with anticipation, almost as if the ground itself was eager to unveil its hidden wand. As Jack carefully maneuvered the metal detector across the site while the rest of the crew watched in hushed silence, their hearts raced with the hope that they were about to make a significant discovery. During their intense search, Jack's detector suddenly signaled strongly at a particular spot, making him pause and look up with a look of excitement clear on his face. Was this the moment they would uncover the long-sought entrance that had eluded so many before them? The team quickly gathered around, their excitement peaking as Jack resumed his careful examination, all eager to see what lay beneath the storied surface of Oak Island. As they dug around to uncover the entrance, feelings of astonishment and curiosity overwhelmed them. What might they find behind this hidden entryway? What forgotten tales were waiting to be revealed? Only time would provide the answers they sought. With the break of a new day on Oak Island, Rick, Marty, and their team, along with archaeologist Lee Ed, ventured to investigate a newly unearthed square-shaped opening on the island's western side. This discovery held the potential to be key in unraveling the island's long-standing tales. With their energy renewed, the team found a new opening that might reveal another part of the island's hidden past. Investigating a hidden opening, the main question they needed to address was whether this opening was man-made or a relic from the distant past. Confirming its origin would be a crucial milestone for the Lena brothers in their relentless quest to decode the island's history. As Ellen inspected the site, he found signs that suggested human activity. Some stones seemed to have been moved intentionally, while others were loosely arranged, pointing to deliberate construction. Marty proposed that this opening might be an entrance to a tunnel, noting indications that one side could extend into a corridor. More thorough exploration was needed, which would require permissions and the clearing of some vegetation. Marty reassured the team that they would follow all the necessary rules and asked about any restrictions on using basic tools like hand shovels for their digs. Despite the potential delays in securing permissions, Rick and Marty decided to proceed transparently, sharing their findings with the authorities. They recognized the importance of adhering to legal and archaeological guidelines to conduct a comprehensive and responsible exploration of the site. Committed to ethical treasure hunting, Rick and Marty chose to involve the Canadian government in their exploration efforts. This decision highlighted their commitment to respecting the environmental and historical significance of Oak Island. To many, the island wasn't just a potential treasure trove, it was considered a national and even a sacred geological site. Rick and Marty were keenly aware of the island's significance and were determined to preserve its integrity while methodically uncovering its hidden narrative. They understood the necessity of following proper procedures and collaborating with government authorities to ensure the island's preservation. Their approach contrasted sharply with the heavy-handed methods employed by previous explorers. The Lena brothers utilized modern technology and archaeological practices to carefully probe and examine the island, aiming to unlock its stories while preserving its historical and environmental significance. Through their careful and considered approach, Rick and Marty hoped to shed light on the strange Oak Island, respecting its rich history and natural beauty. Their commitment to maintaining the island's integrity underscored their genuine passion for discovery and a responsible approach to uncovering the truth. On a sunny morning on Oak Island, Rick and Marty convened their team at the shoreline for a trip to visit Dan Blankenship, an expert on the island's hidden riches. Dan had devoted nearly 50 years to collecting clues about the treasure, amassing a collection of maps, photographs, and stories from treasure hunters dating back to the 1800s. His extensive collection was like a treasure map in itself, offering keys to unlocking the treasure's location. Dan's home resembled a mini museum filled with artifacts from past treasure hunts. His basement was particularly impressive, stocked with maps, photos, and notes that transported visitors back to the days of early treasure seekers. More than the artifacts, Dan himself was a wealth of knowledge. He shared numerous stories about the treasure hunts, tales that had been passed down through generations. Dan's enthusiasm for Oak Island's history was infectious, and his narrative spurred the team's eagerness to learn more and dig deeper. Dan served as a crucial link between the island's strange past and the ongoing quest for its treasures. With his guidance, the team felt better equipped to tackle the island's challenges and possibly unearth its long-hidden treasures. In the early 1930s, a determined treasure hunter named Mel Chappell meticulously sketched the Money Pit area on Oak Island, convinced he had pinpointed the original pit's location. He and his father, William, began constructing a hidden tunnel aimed directly at the reputed treasure vault. Their ambitious project was abruptly halted when seawater from one of the island's legendary flood tunnels flooded their excavation site, crashing their hopes. Decades later, Marty and Rick discovered evidence of Chappell's unsuccessful attempt while drilling in Valley 3. This finding prompted the crew to come together and strategize their next steps. During the discussion, Marty expressed concerns about the placement of their third drilling site. Opinions varied, with Craig advocating for a northeastern site while Rick and David preferred a southwestern direction. This disagreement sparked a debate, prompting the team to carefully reassess their strategy. As their search became more intense, the clues they found led to a choice that could change their search completely. Evaluating a historic site, the crew was eagerly waiting for an essential machine to arrive, which made their decision-making even more pressing. They chose to gather additional data and continue their discussions to figure out the best way to proceed.